and you stay the fuck out of harm's way. And I think that's really what MGTOW is staying out of harm's way, because we've talked about, hey, how do you deal with the education system? Well, you can't. How do you deal with society? Well, you can't do anything with the society. How do you deal with the indoctrination system? Well, you can't. Right? You would have to find a woman and have her brought up for you from birth to think of herself as a true woman, servant to a man, to be cared for by a man. You know, she would have to be brought up with that, live around it, live it personally, see other examples of it, see every form of information, right? School, whatever entertainment media would have to support that idea so that she grew up fully indoctrinated on how to be a decent fucking human being. And then once she stepped off that planet onto this one, who knows what would happen to her brain. Oh my God, there's another way to live? Oh wow, you know. That's what it's been like for men. It was my experience at one point when I said, you know what, fuck the system and fuck the rules. Why should I care what anyone else thinks? Other men who are just now waking up going, what, there's another way to do this? It's called MGTOW? Just go your own way? Right? You get a woman that was properly raised, she might show up here and go, you know what? Screw the way I was raised, I'm going to go with this other system because it's better for me. That's what MGTOW is for men. It's better for us. Better for us. You know, it is better for us. So women, they go, hey, the system we got now, it's better for us. Why should we give up what we've got? And that's where we move to the legal system. Can we change? Is there another way to deal with the legal system? That's been tried. It's been tried for men. Number one, let's just not get married, right? Well, Lee Marvin lost that case. It went, and they even made a little cute name for it. It went from alimony to palimony. It's a form of spousal support, and they've gone and changed that now and just call it common law marriage, meaning, well, you've lived together, you've cohabitated enough, so the law sees you as married. So these interesting ways to get around the system, the legal system, to stay out of marriage but be able to have a relationship that's beneficial, that's been sidestepped by women legally. Thank you, lawyers, you dirty little pricks. The other attempt has been to use prenuptial agreements, and it's a big point of contention. You know, a lot of people say, yeah, they work, and a lot of people say, no, they don't. Right? I've also brought up the subject of using irrevocable contract trusts to put your wealth into it prior to the marriage. Now, what you earn after the marriage, that becomes subject, right, to some other rules. But you can protect pre-had assets. Now, again, this is huge legal hurdles, huge crap to deal with, right? And then you can still get sued. It may insulate you from losing stuff, but you still have to go through the lawsuit process. It still costs you thousands of dollars going to court, supplying paperwork, talking about your intent. Right? What was your intent with this, Mr. Person? I almost said my name. What's your intent with this, Mr. Person? You know, you went through all of this trouble to do this. Why? And then you got to explain yourself to some man wearing a black dress. Or worse yet, a woman wearing a black dress, and not the kind of black dress we like to see women wear. So is there another way? That's the question. Is there another way? I can't see it. I cannot find it. You know, can you have a friendship with a woman where you're not responsible for her and where you can't be financially punished? That's kind of an interesting question. Well, what's the point of having that relationship? You know, I don't know. Do you need that kind of relationship? Is there another way? MGTOW is saying, you know, you don't need it. You don't need to have a woman in your life. You don't need to have someone make your sandwich and do your laundry. You can do it all yourself. And that's actually become a comforting thought, is you don't have to have somebody else. And that's leaving behind the indoctrination of mommy and television and the media. You know, that's great. You can push that part away. If you don't live with them, if you don't marry them, if you don't try and use sneaky contracts to get out of what the legal system can do, you can push that away. You push that away. If you talk to your friends and just say, look, I don't need all the headaches you have, you dipshit, and you push them away. See, men going their own way. As you noticed, I'm pushing everything away. The legal system, friends, your mom, school, indoctrination, society, media, television, movies, and the court system. You're left there alone. Men going their own way. You can always run back to the plantation. Trust me, you can. You could do that. No one's saying you can't come back. Right? In fact, they would love to have you back so they could beat on you some more. What I'm saying, though, is that you can leave it. You can leave it. With this idea of fixing women, you know, getting them to leave this system of control, this system that's designed and built for them specifically, they won't do it. It is too socially comfortable. You know, the intellectual understanding of how relationships should be is way too much work for them. And the idea of bucking their friends, bucking television, bucking an indoctrination system, bucking family, they can't do that. But I think probably the most egregious thing of all is when the social engineers involved the legal system. When the law stepped into this and said, hey, we're involved in your marriage as well, and we're going to reward you. That's right, reward you financially for divorcing someone. That opened up a whole new entire psychological tornado on women. Now they can have everything they wanted with a divorce. Your stuff, you paying them money, you paying for kids, and all they need to do is leave you. And if they have a hard time doing that nicely, all they have to do is make shit up in their head. Perfect for women to do. Just make shit up. Lie. Just so they can justify it to themselves and their friends. You know, it's a rare woman that says, you know, I just felt like divorcing the guy. I didn't take his money. I didn't do any of this. I just wanted to get away from him. Normally it's, well, I wanted to get away from him because of this and this and that, and I'm going to punish him and take him for all he's worth, and that son of a bitch owes me. I'm thinking, owes you for what? Right? Owes you for having to listen and put up with your shit and support you for all those years? Give me a break. Right? But the legal system, that's the pot of gold. Right? You take away their ability to hurt men financially, and that sets the whole game in the other direction. Can we change that? Can we fix that, men? No way, man. It's the legal system. You think the legal system is going to go, wait a minute, we're going to let these men off the hook? That is a huge, huge tool of control the government has over the way people behave. Not just men, not just the way you think and I think, but the way women think. It pervades their mind. From the time the relationship starts with the vagina, and they move up to marriage and then the baby, right? Vagina, marriage, baby, 1, 2, 3, you're done. It puts the shackles on you. You are now on the plantation as a slave. And she can, as the plantation owner that you worked for and paid for, as the slave, you made the plantation. She can divorce you and kick you off of it and make you keep paying for it. And then you can, if you want, go out and start a new plantation. Basically a system of slavery that you put yourself in. That is exactly what marriage is today. Is there a way to fix it? Is there another way that doesn't involve you, right? Basically killing yourself. Suicide as a human being on an individual psychological level, on a spiritual level, when you tie yourself to a devil with tits, you know, you're tied to that spiritually. Ouch. Right? You're tied to it psychologically because they're in your head convincing you you're not good enough. You can't beat them in that game. You can't convince them with enough talk, enough kindness. I just can't see another way out. But maybe I'm overlooking something. Maybe I've missed a key ingredient, and it's possible. If so, put it in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the comments. I can't wait to read these. You know, thank you for the donations and PayPal and Patreon. The cigar stock, the cigar scotch, good coffee. I got some good coffee here that when I get home I'll be able to put in a real coffee machine. Traveling coffee machines are the shit. They suck. And it tastes like I'm drinking the local dirt. But it's coffee nonetheless. Anyways, you guys are the best. Right? MGTOW is freedom. I have the penis. I'm the man. Why? Why? Is there another way to live? The answer, I think, is no. MGTOW is the way to live. The other ways to live all lead to the plantation. They all lead to pain and suffering. That's kind of what I see with this. All right, but let me know what you guys think. Until then, amigos, you know, rock on, Semper Fi. And MGTOW is freedom. All right, guys, bye.